Hi all, welcome to Chandan Likes English YouTube channel. This is Joshna. In this session, I am going to discuss RRB Group D General Science set number 15. So already 14 sets has been completed and today I am going to discuss 15th set. So each and every students, please concentrate from starting to ending. Don't even miss a single question. Why? Because this session is going to be like from moderate to standard level. Okay, each and every students concentrate on this session. Before starting that, once all of you click the like button, and students who has not yet liked this session, once all of you click the like button and share it to your friends and relatives who needs a class in English medium. Okay, so let's start the session, students. How much momentum will a dumbbell of mass 10 kg transfer to the floor if it falls from a height of 80 centimeters? So they are asking you to find the momentum, okay, of a dumbbell. So actually this dumbbell has fallen from a height of 80 centimeters and the mass of that dumbbell is 10 kg. So we all know that. What do you mean by momentum, students? Momentum is nothing but mass into velocity. Okay, momentum is nothing but what, students? Rho. It is designated by rho. It is nothing but mass into velocity. So this is the general equation, everybody knows this. So what are the given values, students? They have given the mass is equal to 10 kgs and height is equal to 80 centimeters. So whether we have to convert the given values or not, how we can decide, students? Looking at the answer. Now look at the options. So they are in the meters. Now what we have to do, students? We have to convert the centimeters into meters. 80 centimeters is nothing but what, students? 0.8 meters. From this, what we have to find? We have to find the velocity. So how we will find the velocity? We all have one formula. What is that? V square minus u square is equal to 2gh. From this formula, we have to find the what? Acceleration. We have to find the value of g. Okay, we all know that initial velocity is 0, that is equal to 2 into we don't know the value of g, right? Okay, so they have given the value of g. No, g into h is 0.8. Okay, so g values we all know, it is standard. What is the value of g? 2 into 10 into 8. So v square is equal to, okay, 16. Now what you will get, v, students? V is equal to under root 16, that is equal to 4 meters per second. So we know the value of mass, we know the value of velocity. Now how to find the momentum, students? Momentum is equal to, what is the value of mass? 10 kgs, and what is the value of velocity? 4 meters per second. Now what will be the answer, students? 40 kg meters per second. So what is the answer? Very, very important model, students. If you get the paper from moderate to difficult level, these questions will be asked. So what we have to know? In order to solve these type of problems, first of all, we have to know the formula for momentum. What is the formula for momentum? Mass into velocity. So what are the given values here, students? Mass, height. So first of all, we have to find the final velocity value. So we all know the 3 laws of equations. What are the 3 laws of equations, students? V is equal to u plus 3 laws of motion. V is equal to u plus 80. V square minus u square is equal to 2gh. S is equal to ut plus half 80 square. So these are the 3 laws of motions equations. This is T. Okay. So we have to apply any of the formula is going to be applied in the given values, such that we will get the volume, final volume. And what is the formula for momentum, students? Mass into velocity. So if we substitute those mass and velocity in the formula, you will get the answer. Hi Ramya. So very, very important model problem, students. So what is the answer? 40 kg meters per second. Okay, is that clear, one and all? So each and every students who are in the live session, once all of you click the like button and share it to your friends who needs the classes in maximum. Okay, so this is very, very important model, students. So make a screenshot of it or note down it. Next question. Rough endoplasmic reticulum looks rough under the microscope because of the attachment of which one of the following cell organelles to its surface? Okay, so what do you mean by cell, students? Cell is nothing but it is the smallest unit in our body. The smallest unit in our body is called as what, students? Cell. Cell was discovered by Robert Hooke. Cell was discovered by Robert Hooke in which year? In 1665. Cell was discovered by Robert Hooke in 1665. How many types of cells we have, students? Prokaryotic cells, okay, prokaryotic cells and eukaryotic cells. Prokaryotic cells are nothing but, okay, so which lacks membrane bond organelles, and eukaryotic cells are nothing but which will have like membrane bonded organelles. Okay, and what do you mean by rough endoplasmic, students? Actually, endoplasmic reticulums, we have two types of endoplasmic reticulums. This is one of the organelle in our cell. Many organelles are there in our cell. What are those? Ribosomes, lysosomes, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi apparatus, mitochondria, okay. So, centrosomes and what? Cytoplasm. What do you mean by cytoplasm? It is nothing but jelly-like substances which surrounds all the organelles present in the cell. And what do you mean by mitochondria? Mitochondria is nothing but it is the powerhouse of the cell which is helpful for the ATP, okay, ATP energy synthesis for cellular respiration. Through cellular respiration, if there is a ATP energy synthesis, so what is that organelle, students? Mitochondria. We consider that mitochondria as the powerhouse of the cell. And lysosomes, they are considered as suicidal bags. They consist of digestive enzymes, okay. And endoplasmic reticulum, we have two types of endoplasmic reticulum, rough endoplasmic reticulum and smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Rough endoplasmic reticulum, when we observe this rough endoplasmic under microscope, so these rough endoplasmic reticulum appears to be rough. Why? Because there are like a part of the organelles which are known as what, students? Ribosomes. So, what is the function of these ribosomes, students? They synthesize protein. So, what happens? Ribosomes are considered as what, students? Protein factories of cell. Okay, protein factory of cell is considered as what, students? Ribosomes. So, what happens in the ribosomes? Protein synthesis takes place. And smooth endoplasmic reticulum, so they lack ribosomes. They lack ribosomes. That means ribosomes are absent in smooth endoplasmic reticulum, and these smooth endoplasmic reticulum, they synthesize the lipids. Okay, they synthesize the lipids. Now tell me, students, what is the answer for this question? Very good, students, ribosomes. So rough endoplasmic reticulum synthesize like rough endoplasmic reticulum consists of ribosomes which synthesize proteins. They consider as protein factory of cell. And whereas smooth endoplasmic reticulum, there what is absent in the smooth endoplasmic reticulum, students? Ribosomes. So what happens then? Lipid synthesis takes place. Okay. Now centrioles, what do you mean by centrioles? They are like battle-like shaped organelles. So what happens in this centrioles? Cell division takes place. Cell division takes place. So these plastids are present in the plants, not in animal cells. So these are present in the plants. They are like a green pigment, okay, which is present in the chlorophyll. Lysosomes, we call these lysosomes are suicidal bags. Okay, so what is the function of this lysosome, students? Okay, lysosomes, these consist of digestive enzymes. Okay, next ribosomes, we all know they are considered as protein factories. Why? Because they synthesize the proteins. Okay, very good, students. Keep it up. So next question I am going to display. Which component of the cell organelle principally perform the function of packaging materials to be delivered either to the intracellular targets or secreted outside the cell? Mitochondria, chloroplast, Golgi apparatus, chromosomes. Now tell me what is the answer for this question. So what is the question is that, so there is an organelle, so what it will do? It will modify, it will like package, it will pack the lipids and proteins, and sometimes it will store the lipids and proteins which was synthesized by rough endoplasmic reticulum and smooth endoplasmic reticulum. So what is that? Very good. Okay, so there is an organelle, students. That organelle, it will modify, it will use as a packager, and also sometimes stores the ribosomes and lysosomes, sorry, proteins and lipids which were synthesized by rough endoplasmic reticulum and smooth endoplasmic reticulum, and that organelle we call it as what students? Golgi apparatus or Golgi complex or Golgi body or Golgi body. So this is the very important organelle. Okay, so what do you mean by chromosomes in our human beings? In our human beings, how many chromosomes are present, students? 23 pairs of chromosomes are present. Okay, 23 pairs means in total 46 chromosomes are present. So out of 23 pairs, 22 pairs are autosomes, 23 pairs are autosomes, and 1 pair is what, students? Sex chromosomes. Okay, and 1 pair is sex chromosomes. Next, chloroplast. Chloroplast is nothing but it is present in plants. So which is considered as the kitchen house of the cell. Okay, the photosynthesis process takes place where, students? In chloroplast. It is considered as kitchen house of the cell in plant cell. Next is mitochondria. We all know mitochondria, ATP energy synthesis takes place through cellular respiration. So this is considered as powerhouse of the cell. Clear, students? Very, very important concept. So these questions are picked from PYQs. Next, which is the least frictional force of the following? Static friction, rolling friction, fluid friction, sliding friction. So rolling friction is nothing but, so this is rolling friction. If there is like a obstacle on the surface of the, okay, so this is sliding actually, this is sliding surface. This is sliding surface and this is like a static friction surface. Okay, sliding means like this. Okay, so these are the different types of viewers kanpistale. Okay, so static friction is nothing but, so what is the question, students? Which is the least frictional force of the following? Frictional force is nothing but, okay, frictional force is nothing but what, students? Opposing force. If something is going in its direction, if any of the object disturbs this movement, so what we call it as, students? Friction. Okay, frictional force is nothing but opposing force. So which is the least frictional force? That means even though there is friction, so that friction is not considered. The movement of object goes on its way. So what is that? No. So look at the question properly. Which is having the least friction? Very good, Srinu. Very good, Lakshman. Very good, Madhuri. Okay. So which friction is more friction? Which friction is having more least friction? Okay. Rolling friction. Why? Because even though there is opposing surface, there will be no effect for that object for the momentum. So in this way we can say that rolling friction is having the very least frictional force. And fluid friction, what do you mean by fluid friction? So the fluid is flowing in a vessel. If there is any obstacle, so we call it as what, students? Fluid friction. Sometimes we call this fluid friction as what? Drag friction. And static friction is nothing but when an object is moving on the surface, if there is any opposing force acting against that, so we call it as what, students? Static friction. Static friction is more when compared to all other friction. Sliding friction is somewhat less than the static friction. Okay. Very important, students. Friction is nothing but opposition. Okay, something is going on, if its direction or if its movement got opposed, so we call it as what, students? Friction. If we consider these 4 types of frictions, which is having the least frictional force, students? Rolling. Why? Because even though there is friction, the movement of what object will be moved very fastly. Okay. Next. The mass of an object is 100 kg and it is accelerated uniformly from a velocity of 8 meters per second to 12 meters per second in 8 seconds. Calculate the initial momentum of the object, also find the magnitude of the force exerted on the object. So try to solve this question, students. I will give you a hint, okay. Actually, they have given, what are the given values, students? They have given the value of mass. Mass is equal to 100 kg. Okay, initial velocity u is equal to 8 meters per second and final velocity v is equal to 12 meters per second and time is equal to 8 seconds. What we have to find, students? At first we have to calculate the initial momentum. What do you mean by initial momentum? We all know the formula. Momentum is equal to mass into velocity. So what they are asking you to find, students? They are asking you to find the initial momentum. Okay, initial momentum is equal to mass into initial velocity. Initial velocity is nothing but what, students? Small u. Okay, so how we will do? Mass is nothing but 100 and small u is nothing but initial velocity is nothing but 8. So what you will get? 800 kg meters per second. So this is initial velocity. In the same way, we have to find what, students? We have to find the final momentum. Final momentum is equal to okay, mass into final velocity. So what you will get, students? 100 into 12. So what is the answer? 1200 kg meters per second. Okay, that is fine. We have calculated the initial momentum and we also calculated the final momentum. Now what we have to find? We have to find the magnitude of the force. So what do you mean by force? In this case, remember, students, this type of model is also very, very important. So I am covering each and every model from easy level to difficult level. So all of you concentrate on this type of model. Okay, so finally, what is the magnitude of force formula, students? Magnitude of force is equal to change in momentum by time. Change in momentum by time. Now what do you mean by change in momentum? Nothing but, okay, 1200 minus 800 by, what is the time? 8 seconds. So what might be the answer, students? 400 by 8, that is equal to 50. So what is the answer? So initial velocity is 800 and option 3 is the correct answer. Very good, Madhuri. So don't neglect, students. So the question may be long, but the procedure to solve the problem is very, very easy. So what are the given values? If a problem is given in physics, first of all we have to write down the values which were given in the problem. Okay, then after what they are asking you to find. Okay, what they are asking you to find and write down all the formulas which are related to the value which they are asking. So then you will get automatically an idea so that you can find the problem easily. Okay, the first step to solve any physics problem is write down the given values. So what they are asking you to find and what are the formulas related to the given values. Okay, so that you can easily solve any type of problem, students. So what are the given values? So here they have given the mass and the initial velocity and final velocity. And they are asking you to find the initial momentum. We all know very well what is the formula for momentum? Mass into velocity. But they are asking, they have given the two types of velocities, initial velocity and final velocity. That means we have to find the initial momentum and final momentum. And finally, we have to find the magnitude of force. So magnitude of force is nothing but what, students? Change in momentum by time. So if we substitute the values in the given formula, you will get the answer. So initial momentum is 800 kg meters per second and force will be 50 newtons. Very, very important model, students. Make a note of it or take a screenshot of it or otherwise. So look at this video again and again. Next question. What is the repeated reflection of sound from the walls of a big hall that results in persistence of sound called music pitch note reverberation? So I have already explained this concept many times. Okay. So echo means what, students? A single reflection of a sound, we call it as echo. For example, if I go on a mountain and if I shout hello, the same reflection will be heard to me when it reaches at a distance of 17.2 meters per second. So that term is, we call it as what, students? Echo. And what do you mean by reverberation? Reverberation is nothing but a reflection of multiple sounds. Okay. For example, imagine there is a very long hall which is having a very long reflectant items. So if the sound is like repeated, so if that sound is undergoing multiple reflection, and that phenomena we call it as what, students? Reverberation. Very, very good. Okay, and music is nothing but if there is a very good form of frequency, if there is a very good manner of frequency, we call it as what, students? Music. Okay, and what do you mean by pitch? Highness or lowness of sound. Highness or lowness of sound, we call it as what, students? Pitch. For example, okay, for example, the pitch of the female voice is more than the pitch of the male voice, or the pitch of the lion's roar is less than the pitch of the female voice. Okay, very, very important concept, which is nothing but highness or lowness of sound. Okay, done? Yes. Next. Okay, reverberation means multiple reflections. Okay, multiple reflections, that means the sound we can hear is multiple times, and echo is nothing but what, students? Single reflection. We can hear any echo at a distance when it reaches to 17.2 meters. Okay, remember, very, very important. Next, yes, pitch depends on frequency. Very good. Next, on the occasion of 6th anniversary, we are going to provide very huge discounts on each and every course. Target RRB NTPC selection batch. Okay, so for the students who are going to attempt RRB NTPC CBT 1 from March 16 to March 27, so this is a very good opportunity for you students. We are going to provide you a fast track course. Okay, special offers are going on. Any course you can get it only for $399. SSC CGL special batch complete course is available on our Chandan Likes app. Zero to Hero complete course is also available. Telangana High Court complete course is available on our Chandan Likes app. Next question. A boy of mass 50 kg runs up a staircase of 45 steps in 9 seconds. If the height of each step is 15 centimeters, find his power. Now try to find the answer, students. I will give you a hint. So they are asking you to find the power first of all. Okay, at first we have to know what they are asking. So what might be the formula for the thing which they are asking. Okay, first write down the given value, students. M is equal to 50 kg. Okay, next number of steps, N is equal to 45. Okay, and height of the each step is equal to 15 centimeters. So height of all the steps will be what, students? Height of steps will be, so this is 0.15 meters, right? Now height of the steps will be 45 into 0.15. So what you will get, students? 45 into 15. Okay, 25, 22 plus 5, 4. Okay, 6.75 meters. 6.75 meters. Okay, so that is the height. Now what we have to find at first? We have to find the, so what is the formula for power, students? Power is equal to work done by time. Okay, power is equal to what, students? Work done by time. Now what are the given values again? So they have given the time is equal to 9 seconds and acceleration due to gravity is equal to 10 meters per second square. Okay, fine. So now we have to find the work done. Okay, so they are saying that, so if we considered a staircase, okay, if they consider a staircase, so what is happening, students? The energy possessed by virtue of its position, we call it as what? Potential energy. Now work done here becomes what, students? mgh. That is nothing but 50 into 10 into 6.75. So what might be the answer? 6.75 or 675 into 5. Okay, 25, 35, 37, okay, 33, 33.75, okay, 33.75 is the work done. Now what might be the answer? Okay, yes, funny, yes. And finally power is equal to what, students? 3375 by time is 9. So what might be the answer? 375 watts. Did you understand? Shall I explain it again? Did you understand the problem or shall I explain it again, students? Okay, so first of all, what are the given values? We have to write down the given values. So they have, shall I explain it again or it is fine? Okay, first of all we have to write the given values. The first step to solve any problem is we have to find the given values. We have to write down the given values. M is equal to 50 kg and they have given that how many number of steps, students? 45 steps. So what is the height? What is the height of each steps? 15 centimeters. So now we have to find the height of the staircase. In order to find the height of the staircase, okay, so number of steps into height of each steps. So we will get the height of the staircase. Okay, now we all know what we have to find here actually, power. Power is nothing but work done by time. So what work is happening there, students? Potential energy. What is the formula for potential energy? mgh. If we substitute this mgh values in the formula, you will get the work done. Okay, now work done is equal to 3375 and what is the power? Power is equal to work done by 10. If you substitute these values, you will get the answer as 375 watts. Clear, students? This model is also very important. So today the physics problems which I am displaying is they are like a very important model. Don't miss, students. Okay. Next. According to J.J. Thomson's model of atom, positive charge is evenly distributed on the surface of atom, evenly distributed all over the atom, randomly distributed outside the atom, located at the center of the atom. Now tell me, J.J. Thomson's model of atom, positive charge is. So what this J.J. Thomson's model is also known as? Okay, so tell me, students, planetary model. Okay, Rutherford's model is also known as planetary model and these J.J. Thomson's model is also known as plum. Okay, so watermelon model, melon model. Do you know? So what might be? So what is the answer? Okay, J.J. Thomson, who is this person, students? He is the person who discovered electron in 1897. Okay, so he has come up with like a J.J. Thomson model. So what he is saying, students? So there will be like a okay, so there is like what? Nucleus. So this nucleus, okay, it will be at the center and there will be like positively charged protons which is distributed over all the atom. Okay, like how the watermelon seeds, are inside the watermelon. So in the same way, there are positively charged protons which will cover all the like atom. So how it is looking like, students? It is looking like watermelon seeds, like. So this was the model which was proposed by J.J. Thomson, plum model. Okay, how the positively charged are like, they are appearing like the seeds in the watermelon. So this model was given by whom? This model was given by J.J. Thomson. And Rutherford, you all know who is Rutherford. Actually, proton was discovered by Goldstein and the name of the proton was given by whom, students? Rutherford. This Rutherford has also discovered a model and that model is known as what, students? This is J.J. Thomson model. This is J.J. Thomson model and this is, okay, this is how the, this model is known as what, students? Planetary model. So this planetary model was discovered by Rutherford. So what he explained, students? He explained that the nucleus will be at the center and the electrons will revolve around the nucleus, like how the planets revolve around the sun. So this model was discovered by who, students? By Rutherford. So that is also known as planetary model and J.J. Thomson model is also known as what, students? Plum model. Okay, like watermelon seeds. Did you got it? Okay, students, very good. Next. So what might be the answer? Option 2, evenly distributed all over the atom. So option 2 is the correct answer. Okay, in J.J. Thomson model, in an atom, the positively charged electrons like proton, they are evenly distributed throughout the atom. Very important concept. Okay, next. A train starting from rest attains a velocity of 72 km per hour in 5 seconds. Assuming that the acceleration is uniform, the distance travelled by the train for the above velocity is. Now tell me students, what is the answer? Okay, so they have given the value of velocity. Velocity is equal to 70 kilometers per hour. That means 72 into 5 by 18. So what you will get students? 20 meters per second. And finally time is equal to 5 minutes. 5 minutes means we have to convert into seconds. 5 into 60 is equal to 300 seconds. And finally, what you have to find? We have to find that they have given that acceleration is uniform. What we have to find? We have to find the distance travelled by the signs S. Okay, in order to find S, first of all, write down all the laws of motions formula students. V is equal to U plus AT. Okay, fine. S is equal to UT plus half AT square. So, in order to solve these type of problems, these two formulas will be applicable. At first, we have to find the value of acceleration. Okay, so from this V is equal to U plus AT, we already know that U is equal to 0. Okay, we know the value of V, 20 is equal to 0 plus, we don't know the value of acceleration due to gravity. Why? Because they have given that acceleration is uniform. They have given that acceleration is uniform, but we don't know the value of acceleration, right? So here acceleration we don't know the value, and what is the time here? Time is equal to 300 seconds. So from this what you will get students? A is equal to 20 by 300, that is equal to 1 by 15. Okay, fine. And what we have to find here? The distance travelled by the train. So we have to find the distance travelled by the train. So what is the formula we are going to use here? V square minus U square is equal to 2AS. Okay, so we know the value of V, 20 square. Okay, so U square is 0, that is equal to 2 into acceleration is 1 by 15, and we don't know S. Okay, now S is equal to 400 into 15 by 2. 2 1s are to 2s. So S is equal to 3000 meters, that is equal to S is equal to 3 kilometers. Okay, did you understand, or shall I explain it again? Very good Satya Pasham. So the answer for this question is 3 kilometers. Is it okay, or shall I explain again? No worries students, if you has not understand this question, I will explain you again. Okay, shall I explain it again, or did you understand this? Each and every students who are in the live session, so once clarify me, shall I explain it again, or is it is okay for you? So what are the given values students? What are the given values here? They have given the final velocity. Final velocity is equal to 72 kilometers per hour. So we have to convert it into meters per second. If the velocity values are given in kilometers per second, we have to convert into meters per second. So how to convert kilometers per hour into meters per second into 5 by 18? So if we do that, we will get the final velocity value as 20 meters per second. Okay, fine. And what are the given values again? 5 minutes. Time is equal to 5 minutes. So we have to convert into seconds. Okay, 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds, right? So in the same way, 5 minutes is equal to 300 seconds. So that is also fine. At first, what we have to find, what they are asking you to find? They are asking you to find the distance travelled by the train. Okay, we don't know what formula to apply there. So first of all, write down all the 3 motion formulas. Okay, first of all, write down all the 3 motion laws formulas, like V square minus U square is equal to 2AS. So we can also solve from these also, students. Okay, these are the 3 laws of motions equations everybody must know. Okay, so if we look at these formulas, so what they are asking you to find? The distance. Distance is nothing but S, displacement S. Okay, either this formula is applicable or this formula is also applicable. In order to find the S, first of all we have to know the value of acceleration. Okay, how you will get the acceleration, students? V is equal to U plus AT. Already we know that U is equal to 0. That by solving this you will get acceleration due to gravity is equal to 1 by 15. If we substitute this acceleration due to gravity value and volume and time in this equation, you will get the answer for S. Okay, is it okay, or shall I explain it again? Lakshman, is it okay? So Finally, you will get the answer as 3 kilometers. Okay, don't worry students, we are going to provide you the same PDF, even the written one also. It will be displayed in the PDF also, don't worry, okay. So look at this, if you has not yet understand, let me know, I will explain it again, no worries. Okay, is it okay Lakshman? Actually, they have given that a train starting from rest. So the train which is starting from rest, initially, what is the velocity of that train? 72 kilometers per hour. That means initially the train is starting in 1 hour, it is going at a rate of 72 kilometers. Okay, in 5 minutes. Assuming that the acceleration is uniform. Is it okay? Okay, done. Next. The change for an object from the liquid state to the gaseous state is known as. This is easy question, everybody will answer. Now, what is the answer for this question, students? Each and every students who are in the live session, don't neglect even problems also. Okay? If from physics, most of the MCQs will be like problems only. Okay? Now, try to tell answer for this question. The change for an object from the liquid state to gaseous state. Tell me, easy question. The process of converting a liquid state to gaseous state is very good. Okay, vaporization. Okay, next, liquefaction means what, students? Liquefaction means like from gas to liquid or from solid to liquid. Next, solidification means from liquid to solid or from gas to solid, we call it as what? Solidification. Okay, acidification means if we add anything in the like a solution, we call that process acidification. Okay, vaporization or evaporation. So remember these students, like very important concept. Sublimation process means solid to gas. Next, evaporation means liquid to gas. Condensation means condensation or liquefaction. Liquefaction, both are same. Okay, it is known as what, students? Gas to liquid. Okay, deposition means what, students? Gas to solid. Very important concept. In each and every like examination, you will get this type of MCQs. Okay, very important concepts. Don't even miss a single concept from these processes. Okay, very good. Next, speed V, wavelength lambda and the frequency of a sound are related as. Okay, so actually this is lambda, x is lambda. Now tell me students, what is the relationship between speed, wavelength and frequency? Speed, wavelength and frequency. I have discussed this many times. Okay, so before that, first of all, we have to know the definitions of speed, wavelength and frequency. Speed is nothing but if a person is moving some distance, over a time, okay, the number of how much distance he traveled, we call it as what, student? Speed. How much distance a person travel? Okay, how much distance a person travel, we call it as speed. Now, what do you mean by frequency? Number of oscillations in 1 second. Number of oscillations in 1 second, we call it as frequency. What is the unit for frequency? Hertz. And wavelength? Wavelength is nothing but the distance from one crest to another crest of a wave, we call it as what, students? Wavelength. Wavelength is denoted by lambda. Now, what is the relationship between speed, wavelength and frequency? Speed is equal to, okay, frequency into wavelength. Okay, what is the relationship? Speed is equal to frequency into wavelength. Now, what is the answer, student? Option 3. Option 3 is the correct answer. Speed is equal to frequency into wavelength. Very important relationship, students. Even sometimes you may get problems from this formula also. Speed is equal to frequency into wavelength. What is frequency? Number of oscillations per second. What do you mean by wavelength? For example, this is a wave, right? The distance from one crest to another crest we call it as what, students? Wavelength. Or the distance from one trough to another trough we call it as what, students? Wavelength. Okay? Clear? Next. Acid plus metal gives salt plus. Which of the following is needed to complete the reaction above? So, regarding this MCQ, I have explained many times. So, this question is from acids and bases. So, we all know very well, students, acid. What are the properties of acids? Actually, the taste of the acid is sour. Okay, taste of acid. This is all regarding acids. Okay, taste of acid is sour. Okay, they are good conductors of electricity. Good conductors of electricity. Good conductors of electricity. And what, students? It changes blue litmus to red litmus. Okay, blue litmus to red litmus. pH value is always less than 7. So, these are the general characteristics of acids. If acid react with metal, for example, okay, Zn, it is a metal. If it reacts with hydrochloric acid, which is the strong acid, okay, which is the strong acid, what happens, students? So, what are the products we get? Zinc chloride plus hydrogen gas. Now, say me what is the answer for this question? Very good. If acid, any acid, if it is a hydrochloric acid, if it is a sulfuric acid or any acid, if any acid react with metal, so which gas is going to be liberated? Hydrogen gas. Remember this, students, very, very important. And one more point, students. Yes, what is the answer for this question? Hydrogen gas. If metals react with, this is also one of the important point. If metals react with carbohydrates or bicarbohydrates, carbonates or bicarbonates, sorry. Okay. So, if acids react with carbonates or bicarbonates, if acids react with carbonates or bicarbonates, so what are the given, like what is the result we are getting, students? Like salt plus water plus carbon dioxide. Remember this equation also. Okay, if solid reacts with metal, hydrogen gas is going to be liberated. If acids react with carbonates or bicarbonates, for example, if hydrochloric acid react with Na2CO3, so this is carbonate, right? Okay, sodium carbonate. So, what we are going to get, students? NaCl plus H2O plus CO2. That means we are getting salt plus water plus carbon dioxide gas. Very, very important, students. Make a screenshot of it or write down. If acid reacts with metal, so what is the gas is going to be liberated, students? Hydrogen gas. We are getting salt plus hydrogen gas. If acids react with the carbonates or bicarbonates, what we are getting? We are getting salt plus water plus carbon dioxide gas. Very, very important, students. Okay. Next. SSC GD special batch complete course is available on our Chandan Loix app. SSC exam complete course is also available on our Chandan Loix app. APPSC, TGPSC, SI constable courses are also available on our Chandan Loix app. The process in which the organism can be cut into any number of pieces and each piece goes into a complete organism is called regeneration, budding, spore formation, no option is correct. So, there are some types of organisms, students, for example, flatworms and planaria. So, even if we cut that organism into pieces and the cutted piece, it will be again regenerated and form a new organism. So, this process we call it as what? Very good. Okay, and that is known as what, students? Regeneration. For example, this is a, imagine this is a planaria. Okay, this planaria I have cut it into pieces and again this piece is going to be regenerated as a new organism, and that process we call it as what, students? Regeneration. Very good. And what do you mean by budding? Budding is nothing but, for example, okay, so budding happens. What is the perfect example, students? Hydra. The perfect example for budding is Hydra. For example, imagine this is Hydra. Okay, so due to the damage or due to something happened in the hydra, so a bird will be generated then. Eventually, this bird will be grown and separate organism will be created and it will be separated from the original one. So, this type of process we call it as what, students? Budding. And fragmentation is for earthworms. Okay, spore formation. What do you mean by spore formation? Actually, a spore, okay, from the organism, a spore will be removed and it will enter into the hairs, such that again the formation of the species takes place there. So, that type of process we call it as what, students? Spore formation. Very good. So, what is the answer, students? Regeneration. Very good, very good. Okay. Next. Dash uses regenerated cells for reproduction through the process of budding. Yeast, planaria, hydra, amoeba. Yeah, tell me. Very good, very good. Okay, spore formation means, so there will be a tiny particle which will be released in the form of spore. It will enter into the hair of the organism and in that hair the organism is going to be regenerated. So, that type of process we call it as what, students? Spore formation. And now try to tell the answer for this question. Very good. Each and every students who are in the live session, once all of you click the like button. Okay. What might be the answer for this question? Very good. Just now we have discussed. Okay. That means what? Budding. So, this is an organism. So, if due to the damage or due to the repair of something, so there creates a bud which is again regenerated into a another organism. So, this process we call it as what, students? Budding. And in amoeba what type of regeneration process takes place, students? Binary fission. In amoeba, binary fission. In planaria, regeneration. Very, very important. Okay, done. Next. Dash is a part of DNA which provides information for a protein. Chromosome, nucleus, trait, gene. Tell me. Chromosomes are nothing but they are present like threads. They are present like threads in DNA material, right? So, these chromosomes in each and every human being, there will be 23 pairs of chromosomes, in total 46 pairs. Out of those 46, 44 chromosomes are autosomes and 2 other chromosomes like sex hormones, like XX chromosome and XY chromosome. XX is for female and XY is for male. Same number of chromosomes are taken to the baby from both the parents. Okay. So, this is all regarding chromosomes. So, that is not the correct answer. Nucleus. Nucleus is nothing but the DNA material. The DNA material is located in the nucleus itself. Okay. So, that is also not the correct answer. Trait. Trait is nothing but, for example, okay. So, one parent's eyes are brown and one parent eyes are what do you say, black. But the color of the child baby like bluish color. So, that type of specific we call it as what, is trait. Okay. Next, what is the answer? Gene. The protein which provides the information for a protein in the DNA is gene. Okay. Someone will say, so you are having the genes of your father. That means the protein will be give the information. Okay. For the DNA, the information of proteins will be taken from the genes only. Okay. So, what is the difference between RNA and DNA, students? RNA, DNA. RNA is nothing but ribonucleic acid, and DNA is nothing but deoxyribonucleic acid, Okay. So, in RNA, special, it consists of one plus sugar molecule. It consists of plus sugar molecule which is nothing but ribose, and instead of thiamine it is having uracil. That is the difference between RNA and DNA. DNA is a double stranded, it is having double helical structure, while RNA is a single stranded. Okay? Yes. Very good. Next. RNA is single stranded and DNA is double stranded and it is having double helical structure. DNA was discovered by whom? James Watson and Crick in 1953. Done? Okay. Next. Bank exam complete course is available on our Chandan Likes app. Bank SSC RRB combo course is also available in Chandan Likes app. Railway exam complete course is available on our Chandan Likes app. The instrument that is always connected in series in a circuit through which the current would be measured in that circuit is called anemometer, distortion meter, microwave power meter, ammeter. Tell me students. What is the answer for this question? So, ammeter, it is actually always it is connected in series connection. What do you mean by series connection, students? In series connection, if there is a break in one circuit, so the current passing will be stopped. In parallel connection, even though there is a circuit break, the current will be passed to the another branch. That is the difference between series connection and parallel connection. Okay. So, the ammeter, it is always connected in a series connection. So, it is used to measure what? Very good. It is used to measure ammeter. And anemometer, it is used to measure wind speed. And distortion meter is nothing but noise in electricity. Noise in electricity can be measured, or noise in any signal, or noise of a anything we can measure in this distortion meter. And microwave power meter is nothing but the power which is in the microwave. In order to measure the power, so what type of instrument we are going to use, students? Microwave power meter. Okay, done. Next. And staglometer. Staglometer is used to measure what? So, this is the new word. Tell me students, staglometer is used to measure what? Viscometer, it is used to measure what? And potometer, it is used to measure what? Tell me students, each and every students. And tell me, staglometer is used to measure what? Potometer is used to measure what? And viscometer, it is used to measure what? Each and every students who are in the live session, once all of you click the like button and try to put the answer to the questions which I have asked. Staglometer is used to measure what? Potometer is used to measure what? And viscometer is used to measure what? So, these questions are previously asked questions, students. Yes, viscometer is used to measure viscosity, very good. And staglometer is used to measure what? Come on students. Each and every student who has not yet liked the session, once all of you click the like button. Yes, measure single distortion or noise of something. Tell me, viscometer, viscosity. Staglometer is for surface tension. You all know what do you mean by surface tension? Force by length. Okay, force by length, we call it as surface tension. Yes, okay, done. And potometer is used to measure what, students? Transpiration in plants. Transpiration in plants is measured by this potometer. It is also known as transpirometer. Okay, photometer is light. Very good, very good. Next. Which of the following metals and non-metals are found in a liquid state at room temperature? Gallium and iodine, gallium and bromine, mercury and bromine, mercury and sulfur. This is also very, very important question, students. Almost I have explained about this hundreds of times. Tell me what is the answer. So, there is only one non-metal which is a good conductor of electricity. What is that? Mention your answer. Okay. In metals, so there is a metal which exists as liquid at room temperature. And its melting point is almost 357 degrees centigrade. Okay. Now, what is that? No Satyapasham. I have explained this many times. Look at the question properly and look at the options properly. Bujji, Rammi, try to answer. Yes, Adarsh, very good, Rammi. Okay. Okay, I have explained many times the only metal which exists as liquid at room temperature is mercury. The atomic number of mercury is 80. The only non-metal which exists as liquid at room temperature is bromine. Bromine atomic number is 35. Okay, and what I have explained? Yes, the only non-metal which is a good conductor of electricity is graphite. Very, very important. Okay, done. What is the atomic number of mercury? 80. What is the atomic number of bromine? 35. Very, very important. Atomic numbers. Okay. Next. The condition in which the crystalline lens of a human being at old age becomes milky and cloudy is called presbyopia, myopia, cataract, hypertension. So, if you look at the old women's or old men's, their eyes will be like in the form of white layers. So, cloudy layers. So, that condition is known as what? So, due to the due to the deposition of protein, in the single spot, that cloudy will be appear, that cloudy will be formed. So, that type of, yes, very good, that type of condition is known as what? Notions. Presbyopia, it is like a condition where the person can't see the near objects and even the far objects. That condition is different, and cataract condition is different. Okay, the lens of that old woman or old men, so they are going to appear like a cloudy, like white layers. So, why? Because what happens there is that the deposition of protein takes place there. Okay, the combination of proteins will be mixed up there, and that will be appeared in the form of like cloudy and whitey, milky. Okay, so that condition is known as what, students? Cataract. Very good. This is another. So, for presbyopia, we are using bifocal lens. Here, the person will not have the far side and also the near side. And myopia is the condition, so where the person cannot see the near objects. At that time, he will use the concave lens. And hypertension is related to blood pressure. It is not related to eye condition. Okay. Next. The upward and downward growth of shoots and roots respectively in response to the pull of the gravity is called phototropism, hydrotropism, geotropism, chemotropism. Very, very important. So, why the roots are growing downwards? Why the stems are growing upwards? So, what is happening there? What is the reason behind the upward movement and downward movement of stems and roots in plants? So, what is reacting? What reaction is taking place there? Tell me, students. Very good. So, they are attracting, they are reacting to the gravity. If plants react to gravity, we call it as what, students? Geotropism. If plants react to chemicals, we call it as what, students? Chemotropism. If plants react to hydrotropism, we call it as, if plants react to water, we call it as hydrotropism. If plants react to sunlight, we call it as photosynthesis. What is this thingotropism something? Okay, thingotropism or something. If plants react to solid objects, we call it as what, students? Thingotropism. That means, for examples, there will be some plants which will pass on the floors. So, their tendrils will be surrounded to the solid objects. Right? That means, they are attracting to the solid objects. That type of tropism, we call it as what, students? Trigotropism. Okay. Next. So, what is the answer here, students? Geotropism. 3 is the answer for this question. Next. The motile germ cell is called an isogamete, female gamete, male gamete, gamete. Now, tell me, students, actually, what is this? The fusion of male gamete and female gamete. Okay, it forms a zygote, and that process we call it as what, students? Fertilization process. Fertilization process is nothing but the fusion of the male gamete sperm and the female gamete egg. If they fuse it together, a zygote will be developed, and that process we call it as what, students? Fertilization process. So, in these gametes, which is the motile germ? That means that gamete will have the capacity of swimming. Now, try to answer. Very good. Okay, that that gamete has the capacity of running or swimming. Now, try to answer. Very good. Okay, male gamete, which is nothing but sperm, and isogamete is nothing but which is having the identical gametes. Isogamete is nothing but which is having identical identical gamete structures, which is having identical gamete structures, we call it as what, students? Isogamete. And the female gamete is nothing but egg. Okay, gamete is nothing but it may be either girl or boy. Okay. If a male gamete, sperm plus egg, if they fuse it together, what you will get, students? Zygote. And this process we call it as what, students? Fertilization. You all know very well. Okay, done. Iso means similar. If there are two similar gametes in a single structure, we call it as what, students? Isogametes. Next, how much less pH of rainwater is called acid rain? 5.6, 6, 7.0, 7.5. Yes, Govinda. Now tell me what is the answer for this question. I have explained many times acid rain. So what is the cause for this acid rain, students? So due to the release of sulfur oxides and nitrogen dioxides. So what happens? They will react with the oxygen which is present in the atmosphere, and that sulfur oxides and nitrogen dioxide, they are going to be converted into sulfuric acid and nitric acid. So that is the cause for the acid rain, and the pH value of the acid rain always it will be less than 5.6. It will be always below 5.6. If it is equal to 7, we call it is for distilled water, So this is regarding human blood from 7.35 to 7.45. This is the pH value of human blood. Okay, done. Next, and for normal rain, the pH value will be what, students? 5.6. And for HCl, the pH value will be 1.5, and for lemon juice, the pH value will be 2.1. Clear? Done. Next, what is the process in which a thick oxide layer of aluminium is developed over the aluminium particles that is dyed to give an attractive finish? Bluing, immersion, galvanization, anodization. Okay, so I have already taught you, students. So aluminium, it is not corroded. Why? Because when we heat the aluminium, so an oxide layer will be formed on that aluminium. Okay, such that the aluminium material will not be get corroded. So that type of process is known as what? Yes, 2DK 5.5. Very good, Nagarari. No, galvanization is nothing but dipping the metal in zinc in order not to be corroded. Bluing is nothing but it is for the aluminum is aluminum is painted in the dyes in order to get it for decorative purpose. Very good, Nagarani. Anodization. This is nothing but dipping in zinc is coated. Galvanization is nothing but zinc is coated. Immersion is nothing but dipping in any of the liquid in order to provide. Bluing is nothing but coating with paints for decorative purpose. For decorative purposes, we call it as what? Bluing. And anodizing is nothing but, okay, very good. Next, which juice secreted by the organs in the alimentary canal plays an important role in the digestion of fats? Pancreatic juice, saliva, hydrochloric acid, mucus, bile juice, pancreatic juice, saliva, hydrochloric acid. So, which are the juices secreted by the organs in our body? So, that will help for the digestion of the fats. Okay, hydrochloric acid, we all know this hydrochloric acid is present in the stomach. It creates pepsinogen, which in turn releases the pepsin hormone, and that pepsin will digest proteins. So that is not the correct answer. And the next one is pancreatic juice. This pancreatic juice release many enzymes like proteases, lipase, amylase. Okay, so they are helpful for the digestion of lipids. They are helpful for the digestion of fats, proteins and carbohydrates. And saliva, it is helpful for the digestion of carbohydrates. That is also not the correct thing. Only the fats are digested by bile juice. So these bile juice, it will convert fat globules into tiny particles. okay, into tiny particles of fat. Pancreatic juice, it will release lipase, which is helpful for the fats digestion. Clear, students? Very good. Next. Auxin performs which of the following functions in plants? Regulates growth and development, performs reproductive functions, protects against pests and insects, helps synthesize products of photosynthesis. Now tell me. Yes, very good. Parashuram, you are always coming at the end of the session. It's okay. What is the answer, students? Auxins, I have already explained many times. Plant hormones are of 5 types. Auxins, gibberellin, cytokinin, subsilic acid and ethylene. Ethylene is the only gaseous hormone which is helpful for the ripening of fruits, which acts as the artificial ripener. And auxins are the one which are helpful for the cell elongation and apical domination. Okay? Yeah. Now tell me what is the answer? Yes, very good. Okay, regulate growth and cell division. Yes, cell division, apical dominance. So these are the functions which will be performed by these auxin hormones. Okay, gibberellins are nothing but stem elongation. Cytokinins are nothing but cell division. Okay, abscisic acid is nothing but during the famine, in order to protect the shortage of water, this hormone will be released and that will make the stomato-guard cell to be closed such that there will be no loss during famine. Okay, it is actually the cell inhibitor. Next one is what, students? Yes, next one is ethylene. It is the only gaseous hormone which is helpful for the ripening of the fruits. Okay, next. The rules of inheritance of traits in human beings are related to certain facts mentioned below. All of them are correct except one. Select the incorrect option. Each trait can be influenced by paternal and maternal DNA. For each trait, there will be 2 versions in each child. For each trait, there would be a single version in each child. Both mother and father contribute each amount of genetic materials to the child. So, in the given options, Sure. From tomorrow, I will pick the questions which are from the recently asked RRB Group D. Okay? Sure, Nagarani. Now, tell me what is the answer for this question. In the given 4 options, identify the incorrect one. Incorrect one. That is correct, students. Okay? From both the parents, equal genetic matter will be taken. So, that is the correct option, which is not the correct statement in the given 4 statements. Tell me. Option A or B or C. Each trait can be influenced by paternal and maternal DNA. That is the correct thing. Okay. For each trait, there will be 2 versions in each trait. That is also the correct thing. But the third one is wrong. Why? Because there will be 2 versions in each child. Okay, each and everything will be transferred from each and every parents. So, there will be no single version, there will be 2 versions. Okay, very good. On the occasion of 6th anniversary, we are going to provide each and every course for 399 rupees. General science course is also available, students. If you utilize JM10 coupon code, you will get huge discount. Okay, target batch. Students who are going to attempt RRB NTPC CBT1 examination from March 16 to March 27, this is a very good opportunity, students. We are going to provide you a fast track course. Okay, if you want to purchase this course, please call to the number which is scrolling on the screen. Special offers are going on. Any course you can get it only for 399. SSC CGL special batch complete course is also available on a Chandan Likes app. Zero to Hero complete course is also available. Telangana High Court has recently released 859 vacancies, right? Complete course is available on a Chandan Likes app. APPSC, TGPSC, SI Constable courses are also available. SSC GD special batch complete course is also available on a Chandan Likes app. SSC exam complete course is also available. Railway exam complete course is also available on a Chandan Likes app. Bank exam complete course is also available. Bank SSC RRB combo course is also available on a Chandan Likes app. UPSC CSAT complete course is also available. Each and every students, okay, listen, every course classes will be explained both in English as well as Telugu languages. If you need to participate in each and every live session, subscribe to 3 channels, Chandan Likes Main, Chandan Likes English and Chandan Likes Telugu YouTube channel. Okay, and bye for today. Let's meet in the evening session. Bye students, take care.